Evans. Oh, it's been charged down by Hodgson. And charged down Charlie is at it again. He used to do that kind of stuff for England. But at the moment, Charlie Hodgson is leading Saracens to a...
Charlie, an illustrious career as a player finally coming to an end after the season. How tough was it to weigh up your options?
Yeah, very tough. It's everything I've ever known, really, is in working life. It's in one sense, my career seems to have lasted a lifetime, and in another sense, it's just flown by. So it was obviously a difficult decision to make, but at the same time, the body's telling me that it's probably the right thing to do, and obviously presented with an amazing opportunity to be here at Saracens next year. So in a different capacity, so one that I felt I couldn't turn down.
I'm sure this news may come as a surprise to many people, since you seem to be getting better of age as a player. Was there a part of you that could have carried on?
Do you know, I think in your head, you potentially can carry on, and the fact that you can, you feel that you're sharp enough to do that mentally, but physically for me, and that's the big thing, is that the fact that it takes me a lot longer to recover now from games, from training, and as I say, it was weighing up the options of do I carry on, do I milk it for another year, or do I take an opportunity that's been presented to me, and this is a good opportunity that, as I said, I couldn't turn it down, so excited about doing that.
You've been an integral clog to the side for many years. Did you see yourself being here this long when you first signed from Sale?
No, we didn't actually. We came here with a view that I'd signed a 3-year contract, and I'd probably finish the 3-year contract and we'd move back up north of the family and be close to home. But actually, it's exceeded any of our expectations, and we've had an absolutely brilliant time here, and we certainly enjoyed extending the contract from year to year, and being here as a player for 5 years is something that I never really expected to do, and one that I've thoroughly enjoyed, so really happy.
But as you've said, this is not the end of your time at Saracens. People will be delighted to know that you've taken a background role at the club. Tell us more about the new role you've taken.
Well, I guess the day-to-day running from week to week to week for the coaches and for Mark is all about focusing on matches, and for them, they particularly Mark felt the need for somebody to be in a role of recruitment, somebody to be on the ground, speaking to agents and understanding the market, and being immersed in it really, and identifying talent ultimately, and finding hopefully the next Owen Farrell and the next George Cruz, the next Will Fraser, those guys that are coming through the academy have come through the academy. So as I say, it's to take the weight and the pressure off Mark. It's obviously to work very closely with him and with Don, the academy coach, academy manager, and as I say, try and look for potential gaps in our squad going forward, and looking at the academy going forward as well.
What drew you to talent identification in this role? How did it come about?
The fact that I can stay within rugby, it's everything, as I said before, it's everything that I've ever known. I feel that I've learnt a hell of a lot about the game over my time of playing, and the coaches, they've even said to me they feel that I can offer them, I guess, good value for how much I know about the game, and whether I can spot a player or not, and whether I think somebody will fit our system, and whether I understand that a player will fall into our system quite well. So that's the thing for me, is that it's the exciting thing for me, is being able to look for those players who potentially might not be working well in a different place, but know that if we bring them to Saracens, we can get the best out of them there.
Didn't fancy punditry then?
I don't think it's my strength, to be honest. I think everybody's trying to get into that when they get to their end of the career, but it's not really something that I necessarily chase. I do it every now and then, but I enjoy the game. I enjoy watching the game, and doing it behind the scenes is a good thing.
How keen were you to stay in this environment at Saracens?
Very keen, yeah. I mean, it's a fantastic place to be. It's something that's only just been offered to me, as this role has come up. So I guess for months now, really, it was a case of wondering what my future might be next season, and the fact that the club have come to me and Mark has come to me and offered this role is certainly taken weight off the shoulders, and to be able to stay here in this incredible environment is great.
You've seen the likes of Alex Anderson, Paul Gustard, Kev Sorrell, Andy Edwards, Don Barrett all stay at Saracens after their playing careers. Have you drawn inspiration from a lot of these guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think it says a lot about the environment and the culture that is here at Saracens. The fact that these guys want to stay and they want to see that the future of Saracens develop and get better and better, and they feel that they can develop themselves to the best of their abilities at Saracens. And so for me, I guess you can take a lot of positives from that and the fact that they've done that. So it's great.
But of course, Charlie, there's a lot to play for this season after a magnificent start. Is it business as usual for you, despite this being at the back of your mind?
It is, certainly. I mean, it certainly is a weight off the shoulders thinking about what next, what career comes after rugby, and the fact that that's sorted and all done and dusted now, for me is great, and I can focus purely on the rugby and hope that the season goes from strength to strength really, and we finish on a high like we did last year.